Aha. Huh. Hmm. Oh. Huh. Hmm. Aha. Huh. Another success. I must take a different approach if I... Come, my little Graycell. Things are beginning to be... Is there something... Order and method. That is the way to solve the problem. This will not get me any... I should not be surprised by my own...
Certainly. What do you need? The male guests, I believe, he knows in a business capacity, but I'm afraid that's all I know. I will.
You are talking from personal experience of working for him.
I am head butler to the Van den Bosch family in their home. He has made himself comfortable, but to me he still remained a guest. There's not much I couldn't tell you. As soon as he found out my father was in the army, his stories never stopped.
I am sure an officer of his rank must have many a tale.
A tale is a fitting description. You've lost me, detective?
I struggle to believe they were both helping her out of the kindness of their hearts. Could they have...
Ah, I didn't.
Your help and discretion in this matter... Magnifique. Some would say a lucky guess. I would say... The pieces of the puzzle are...
Certainly. What do you... As you wish. The guests are waiting for you, detective. I informed them of what has happened, but divulged no details.
I am most grateful. Madame Vanden...
She's in her room with Miss Angeline. It may...
Oui, merci. I shall come find... I'm afraid our conversation is of a more formal...
So the Major was murdered?
It appears so.
You can't think that I did it, though.
I will be questioning everyone over the course of the evening, and your...
I was here in the salon, minding my own business, enjoying my own company.
Minding your business from whom?
Comtesse, what's her name, and my brother. Apart from wanting to congratulate him for a great right hook, there was nothing I had to say to him.
Comtesse de Vos? And they will both confirm you were here?
If she had taken a moment to notice anything besides herself, she will
I think that is all. Bonsoir, Monsieur Beckers.
Monsieur Poirot, or should it be...
Detective Poirot is perfect. Merci. I would like to begin with a few questions.
Go right ahead. I took great pleasure in seeing the Major's ego as well as his face take a bruising. And then I made my way to the library.
Well, you spoke with Mademoiselle Conrad.
And yourself? Yes.
We were the only two that...
One of the servants brought me a drink and I was telling her about the benefits of joining a union. She didn't understand what it truly meant to be a part.
Monsieur.
Oh, yes, it was just the two of you and the servant.
And you are sure there was no...
I'm not sure what you're getting at, detective. You were there.
Merci, Monsieur Beckers. It has... Monsieur de Silva, merci for obliging me.
A detective comes to a party and a dead body shows up. Coincidental, don't you think?
A man's death is not a matter to joke on, monsieur.
Who said anything about a joke? I am saying what I see.
Then perhaps you can tell me what...
Following whatever that was in the hall.
Is there anyone that can confirm that?
Miss Conrad and Beckers were in there, arguing about something. The books held my interest far more than their conversation.
You did not speak with them until dinner was served?
I had no reason to get involved with their little spat. It was clear they didn't want me to hear, and that suited me just fine.
Merci for your cooperation. Monsieur Demire, I am sorry your celebrations have...
As am I, Detective. I hope we will be able to bring this
With your...
I was here in the salon. I thought I would have a moment of peace to calm myself. But
Did they inquire into the reasons behind the fight in the hall?
I think they both saw it as some light entertainment, more than anything else.
The Countess does not strike me as one to enjoy violence.
And not so much.
If you would be so kind... Countess, I am sorry our next
It is not the first time Felix has...
The current state of tonight's celebrations is the least of my priorities.
Well, it's at the top of mine, detective.
Perhaps then we should proceed with my question.
It would be my pleasure. I did. I thought by staying in one place, it would be easy for the staff.
And who else was present in here?
The handsome groom-to-be and his brother, although Zachariah, is it, made a rather sharp exit at one stage.
Did he say where...
He barely said two words to either of us.
Merci, Countess. Mademoiselle Conrad, I am sure you understand the...
I knew I had seen your face before. You were just an officer when...
You have a très bon memory, mademoiselle. That was a long time.
You can't escape the past, especially when you go...
That is very true, but one can learn from it and create a better future.
What would you say to an
Please, mademoiselle. Catching the Major's killer is my... Now, if you would be so kind, I
arrived, unpacked my bags in my room, and made it downstairs just in time to see the Major take a right...
And you were joined by Monsieur...
And Ernesto, or Monsieur Silver, as you say. But after it...
And your conversation with Monsieur Beckers that I,
You are a persistent one, aren't you? Makes sense now I know who you really are.
You have been most... cannot see the logic in this. I must act on thought. What a revelation! Order and method. That... Come, my little grey cells. The pieces of the puzzle are... Things are beginning to... Is there something? I must act on thought and... Magnifique. I must take a different approach if I... This will not get me any close. I cannot see the logic in this. Another success. I must act on thought. Come, my little grey cells. I must take a different approach. I should not be surprised by my...
I'm an open... I told you already.
And you did not leave even one.
Well, I had to use the bathroom.
You may keep your calls of nature to yourself.
If you don't believe me, ask Archie.
I think that is all for now.
Whatever you require, detective. I know you are probably used to dealing with criminals.
I hope for your sake that you do not...
What is it you think of?
I struggle to believe you did not know of Monsieur da Silva's presence.
Is that what this is about? I saw him hiding in the corner, pretending to read.
Monsieur Demire invited you here to speak with him.
I was speaking with Jacqueline, and quite frankly, I was in no mood.
Merci, monsieur. Can you confirm seeing Monsieur Demire in the...
Zachariah, yes. I was on my way with a bottle of...
I presume you showed him...
Aye, detective. I showed him to the hall bathroom.
Is there something... I cannot see the logic in this. Perhaps... This will not get me any... Some would say a lucky guess. What a revelation! Order and method. That is... Order and method. That is... I cannot see the logic in this. Magnifique. Things are beginning to become...
I'm an open book. Why would I? I've got nothing to say to him.
What is yours that...
Money, of course. Why do you think he has been suckling at the Van Den Bosch?
Our?
My father's, Gideon's, it's all the same. When you have not been on level playing fields for years, it's hard.
I am afraid that...
Ever playing golf, he has a full set of clubs and a caddy in the form of my father.
Perfect. I think that is all.
Whatever you required. Yes, Gideon invited me. If you will recall from our previous conversation, we have been working together and he thought...
To discuss business at the celebration of his engagement?
We're all here, so what better time? He thought Da Silva...
And what business?
We're trying... I know that I don't think, or didn't think, a great deal of him.
The man has recently been murdered.
Someone must stand up to men like him, with a crooked dealing.
Another rousing speech.
It's the truth. If you knew what I know, maybe... Anger, yes, but that's all.
You must see why this leads me to have...
You can't honestly think I did it. I am a man of peace. I make changes. I am fighting for the basic rights of our workers. Nothing more. If he can't...
And where does Monsieur Gédéon fit in?
His brother? I didn't even know he had a brother until I arrived here. Last I saw, he was outside having a cigar.
Oui, I spoke with him myself, but that was some time.
He does love a cigar. You'd have to stand out in those conditions.
Merci, monsieur.
More question. Felix, I didn't know him that well. We spoke a handful of times.
But you remained polite, as any gentleman would.
Of course. What is there to say? She's a remarkable woman, and I admire her. Even after Edwin's...
It sounds as though you hold her in the highest regard.
And why shouldn't I? Women these days could take a leaf out of her book on how to present themselves. He had approached me about doing some business together. I like to know who I'm getting into bed with first.
And you both went ahead with your business venture.
Not so much a business venture, more security related. But there is no need to discuss that any further.
Is there something you wish to remain hidden about your partnership, monsieur?
That is correct.
And the reason for your support was always of a...
If you're trying to insinuate that I was expecting...
I meant no offense. Merci.
No trouble at all. I knew of him more than actually knowing him myself. In the past,
And that was not in a positive...
I certainly wouldn't call trying to get Angeline to post... What do you mean?
I do not mean to pry, only I imagine the whole room...
You must be mistaken. Neither my brother... We aren't the closest. But what...
I would argue that many...
We've lived very different lives. I have lent my voice to some discussions.
Does that positive support include sending
Detective Poirot, I'm not...
Monsieur, a letter has been found threatening the Major of what might happen if he does not act promptly, and now...
You think my sending him a letter, warning him not to get involved...
At this time, it is certainly reason...
I have been funding the strikes, Detective. These men... The Major didn't see that.
If you would be so kind...
I am all yours, detective. Why would I actively choose to speak to that...
You were quite adamant of your protection of Madame. If he was as awful as you portrayed him to be, there must have been some words.
He was quite aware of how I felt towards him, and the lengths he has gone to remain close to the family. That is all...
I must admit, I would not want to be on the receiving end of your tongue's wrath, Countess.
Wise thinking, detective. I imagine she will have shed a tear for him, but she should not waste any more.
You don't think she would? Or you don't want her to?
I have made it quite clear what I think of that man, alive or dead. I would not want her to waste anything further on him. What of it?
Do you believe...
As I have said,
I would not even...
because it is not... He was a disgusting leech that was driven only by...
I can assure you,
That may be, but
it is not the first...
embrace the complete...
And that is what the Major was doing?
You are finally seeing the man he was.
Merci, Countess.
You came to the right place. I know that he was not the...
In what sense?
If you spoke to him for longer than 5 minutes, you'd know. I've met people in dark alleys.
And on the occasions...
I'm sorry, Poirot. If you're looking for a deep-seated... If you think you can use me as some sort of gossip...
I can assure you it is not a case of...
So I would be helping you potentially...
I see.
That man has got some real anger issues. I don't know if he really would. She wants everyone to think that
And what...
one that she is keeping...
You have...
I am all yours, detective.
Countess, you gave me the impression the Major and the Madame were close. But there were times...
I am sorry, detective, but I did... Ever the charmer, detective. I would talk more. It is not often I am swayed so easily. From day one, I was wary of his intentions. If it is a tear she sheds, it should be one of...
I understand.
He was a bully. He took his shortcomings out on her, perhaps.
Merci, Countess.
I'm an open book. That doesn't surprise me, and yet
I am asking now.
I should have expected that, shouldn't I?
I would find it very helpful if...
He went to school, got an education, and was the If you want to know about
So, you...
Yeah,
Oui, monsieur?
it'd be best to just...
I think that is...
No trouble at all. I believe there are more important matters at hand than to...
The murderer is in this house, and by holding back information that may help my investigation... Monsieur Demire, if you continue to withhold information, I can only assume...
I have nothing to hide. If you must know, he does not see the importance of planning for the future.
He still...
I assume so.
If you would be... Another success. Is there something? I must act on thought and... This will not get me any... The pieces of the puzzle. I should not be surprised. I must take a different approach if... Come, my little... I must act on thought. Some would say a lucky guess.
More question.
Mademoiselle Conrad was quick to talk of your hidden feelings toward...
What has this got to do with the Major? There may be some feelings there, but Madame Van den Bosch does...
Merci for your call. My time with the guests is complete.
Do you know who killed?
I am afraid it is not as simple as that. There are many steps that lead... What a revelation! I must take a different approach if I... The pieces of the puzzle are finally... Order and method. This will not get me... Come, my little grey cells. Another success. What a revelation! Is there something? I cannot see the logic in this. Magnifique. Entrez.
Detective, I'm sorry I did not join you.
Please, mademoiselle. There is no need to apologize.
I was with Maman in her room. She would not allow anyone...
Most understandable.
Do you have any suspicions as to who could...
I'm afraid my suspicions extend... While it seems as though their alibis all corroborate one another's...
I know there was some bad blood between the Major and some of the guests, but not enough to kill him, surely.
The Countess? She is a formidable force I would not want to come up against.
Don't be silly, Detective. She wouldn't hurt a soul. I assume that's who you were talking about, Detective.
That is a story.
She must have told you about the piece she was writing on us, about Gideon.
Somehow that was the only...
That's strange. I thought that is what she would have started the conversation with.
Do you know what?
I'm afraid not, but Felix was quite enraged. He picked up an envelope from the table and...
And Mademoiselle Conrad?
She was equally heated in the moment. She had a few choice words for him that I wouldn't care to repeat. I'm sorry, but I just can't imagine...
It can often be hard.
It's not that, Detective. It's just they have known each...
I was under the impression the Major...
That's true, but those invited... Better, thank you, Detective. She...
And you...
I'm not...
It is understandable. He has been a close friend to...
And to me, Detective. We had grown close.
You must try it.
It is easier said...
I have no doubt, but you can be assured. The...
I should return to my...
Oui, mademoiselle.
I am certainly glad.
When and where a detective is required. I must act on thought and fact. I must take a different approach if I am to uncover the truth. Things are beginning to become... I should not be surprised by my own... Some would say a lucky guess. I should not be surprised, but...